Look what I've got. These came today. 1.9 volts currently. The minimum kick-in is about 1.7 volts. They are some tiny, tiny lasers. Guess what they cost? Pack of 10 for $1.50. How can I possibly say no? It's fascinating. How can you buy 10 lasers machined out of small bits of copper and brass, extremely heavy, with the wires soldered on, including delivery to my house, 10 of them for $1.50? So naturally, what does any idiot think to do? Well, obviously you wait till night falls and you see how high you can turn the voltage before they blow up. And I turned it up a little bit prior to filming this video, and I was surprised how high it went. It went to 3.3 volts, and it didn't blow up. And I did this very carefully, expecting it to, because on the internet they say 2.7 volts. But I happen to know for a fact that I turned it up a little higher than that, being a little silly earlier on. So, what have we got here? 1.9 and 3.3. That's what I turned it up to before. But of course, there was another before, which happened about 2 minutes ago, and I turned it up even higher. Now that may not come out brilliantly on the camera, but that looks very bright to me. And I'm used to dealing with quite powerful lasers too. So what I'm going to do is show you what I did a couple of minutes ago. I was really silly, and I twiddled the knob whilst I was staring at the fence. And then I thought, hey presto, it's probably up to 4 volts and didn't blow up. But actually it was all the way up to 6.5 and it did not blow up. So I suspect it will pretty shortly though. So that's even hard to look at. 6.3 volts. Let's have another look at the fence. Over there, pretty powerful. Still cold, and this is longer than I let it run for before this, and it's still not actually hot. So let's give it a bit more. I'll see if we can get it to 7. Now that is amazing, really bright. Really, really, really bright. And very cool looking, huh? I wish I had a fag in my mouth, I'd blow out some smoke. Oh, that's insane. Here we are back again. Look at my toy. This laser diode is still alive. I have not managed to fry it. It is exactly the same one. And it's still running at a higher than recommended power. We have this thing dialed up to... Oh, look at that. I was wondering, actually that was Noob Central. I was actually just shorting the power. It does still work. I might just turn the maximum current flow down. But here we go, at 6 volts. I'm going to stick it up in the trees. Well, I can see it looks great, but I'm not sure how that's coming out on camera. Anyway, the purpose of coming out here tonight was not to be silly, and it was not really to blow a laser diode up. It was to see really just how spectacular they are before they blow up. And they really do look great. I love lasers so much. So what I'm going to do is, here we go, I have another one. Just in case I got a bit of a fluke with the first one, or they stuck a more powerful one in the bag by accident, or just in case I've already damaged the first one, I'm going to turn this down, hook up the new one, look at the sky, and see just what it will take. So there we go. The threshold is almost exactly the same as the other one after I'd flogged it a bit for a while. So it looks like it didn't deteriorate too badly. Despite the 6 volts, when the maximum recommended rating for these things is actually 2.7 volts. That's really weird. Because I think these lasers are perfectly legal, running at the recommended power of 5 milliwatts. Now, I don't know what they're actually putting out here and now, but I can be pretty confident it's a lot higher than that. Okay, well, let's get the show on the road. 6.6, 6.7. That's new heights. I really have no idea what this is going to look like on camera, so I might scrap the whole thing and just feel smug. But just so we don't waste our evening together, I'm going to put this laser diode in my mouth, strip the wires back. Don't try any of this at home, by the way. Plug it back in. Job done. Can you tell? And see just what it goes up to. I'll tell you what, it doesn't look all that powerful. Still, I wonder if it is actually still quite legal. Either that or it's dimmed considerably during the passing around. Okay. So, I think it may have just lost a lot of its power for the same input. It's sure starting to feel a bit warm, so that's 6.7, 8, 7.3, 7.4, 8.8. I can't even hold it now, I'm going to have to turn it off. 10 volts, 9.9 to be precise. Okay, I've got myself down in my gunnery position for the last go. I couldn't hold on to that thing before, it was just too hot. I've never come across a laser diode that burns my hand from overheating, especially not one that costs 15 cents. So, I'm going to put the other two back into my container of scrap copper to be melted down one day. But here's the third one. I'm going to point it at some flowers, turn it right up to 10 volts immediately and see what a brand new fresh one looks like at 10 volts. There we go, 9, 9. So, it has been established that it will run for a number of seconds on 10 volts, despite the rating less than that considerably. So, naturally this one's not stripped again. They may have skimped out on me. Oh, I'm heartbroken? Okay. It's a lovely night to be out lazing. Okay. Just don't try it in the sky, please. Alright. I think it's pointed in the field of view, in the flowers. Let's hit it. I better hold it to dissipate some of this inevitable heat. That looks really cool, pretty powerful, and it's getting really hot, and in 2 or 3 seconds I won't be able to hold this. If not right now. Okay, well, I find that remarkable. That is putting out a lot of power. I really never expected this to happen. Just between you and me, This exceeds my wildest expectations. I fully expected this laser diode to exceed the recommended voltage by perhaps 0.2 of a volt, 0.3 of a volt. I thought it might go to 2.8, maybe 2.9. Almost certainly dead by 3.1. But here we are at 9.9. So because I like cars and automotive, I'm going to stick it at 12 volts and see what happens. Okay. Point it back in the same general location. Hold on to it tight, and off we go. Ooh, there you go. Ow, ow, ow. Okay, that dimmed extremely quickly, and yeah, got extremely hot. So, however these things are hooked up inside, thermally, they cannot take it. They overheat so quickly that the heat won't transfer to the copper surround, and they simply burn up before they can dissipate the heat. Well, that's not unexpected. So just before I end this video, I'm going to stick it at 11. And I know this is way tall, and I'm sorry about this for people who love lasers, but I love lasers too, and I'm going to accept the inevitable demise of another one. And simply have a reverential view on the technology and construction and the state of the world that allowed me to buy 10 of these and have them delivered to my house for a sum of money so small that, frankly, you should do this too. If I can afford it, so can you. Okay, here we go, 11 volts. Let's give it a try. Actually, I'll grab it around the heatsink first. There we go, now I have it. Off we go. Wow, it's really bright for the briefest of moments. Then it dim right back off again. And that's the end of that. So I might go back to drawing up my circuit diagram for my free energy machine. Get back to business tomorrow. It's midnight now. And maybe I'll find something else to play with for half an hour or so tomorrow night. Hope you enjoyed. Bye bye.